Hey everyone, this is Trevor with HustlePaintball.com, and I have a video for you today. Very exciting. Planet Eclipse released their CSL, which is all about luxury. You can see here it's extremely beautiful, and this is just because it is the last ego Planet Eclipse is making for the indefinite future. So they want to include all things you might need until they release their next marker, whenever that may be. What I want to go ahead, and before I show you the 3 different colors and all about the marker itself, is let's just go ahead and unbox it. As you can see, the CSL does come in its signature Ego case. Planet Eclipse did a really good job with this case. It's extremely hardy, it's going to protect your CSL, and they did a great job giving you a case that's going to hold your CSL and protect it. When I open it up, you can see everything that comes on the inside. Now here is a piece of paper that actually tells you how to not only get your Cure 4 bolt, which is currently being developed. It'll come with CSLs in the future, but the first run came with the Cure 3 Plus, and this shows you how to get your Cure 4 bolt. It also shows you how to get your PB Nation CSL owner's badge, which is important because you're going to be the only people who are going to be able to get it. Next, you do have the CSL manual, which just like a regular Ego manual is full color and shows everything that is different from the CSL and how it works than the Ego 11. You do have the Ego 11 manual as well to explain all the other things on the inside of the marker. Once again, full color, probably one of the best manuals in the industry. Your barrel bag, the CSL itself and all its beautiful glory. Here is the cord to connect your e-portal to the computer, as well as the disk to install it and get the software on there. The reason why this is important is because you can completely tune your marker on your computer, plug in your marker, and have all the settings be loaded up on there. Here is the adapter to connect to your circuit board to that cord that I showed you earlier that once again allows the use of the e-portal. This is your Ego 11 spare parts kit, so it comes with all the parts that you would need to replace at any time in your CSL. Eclipse's gun oil. Eclipse only sends gun oil with their poppet valve markers. They do not send grease. This is a high pressure insert for your valve. The one that is in the CSL currently is low pressure, so if you want some higher airflow, you can just put this one in. This is the optional scythe trigger that comes along with the marker, so if you want to switch to away from the classic style that normally comes with Egos, you can switch to the scythe trigger. This is your Planet Eclipse tool tube with all the Allen wrenches you may need to get into your marker. What makes them nice is they're all ball end, so you can put it in up to a 45-degree angle and it's still going to work. Here's some extra spare parts. You do have the gold grip screws and then the ball bearing and spring for your bolt. And then last but not least, we do have the SL barrel kit. So it comes with 3 sizers, 681, 685, and 689. They've brought the size down a little smaller because of the reduced size in paintballs around the world. And then you do have the 16-inch and 14-inch barrel fronts that are carbon fiber. This is very exclusive to the CSL. Now that I've shown you everything in the box, let's go into more detail on everything. The CSL comes in 3 very distinct colors. What I'm going to show you first is the Specta, which is silver and gold. Now, the gold is much brighter than it has been in the past because Planet Eclipse really wanted to bring it out on this series of marker. As you can see, only the body, the regulator collar, half the pops, the trigger, and also the clamp on the feed neck are silver. Everything else is gold, including the screws, which is just one extra ingredient that makes it different in color than any other Ego ever made. The next color I'm going to show you is Prestige. You can see here that it's gold and brown. Now, opposite of the Specta, the only parts that are gold are the body, the collar on the reg, half the pops, the trigger, and the clamp on the feed neck, besides all the accents, which includes the screws and everything else that you can see gold and on the barrel there. Once again, the gold is much brighter than it ever has been in the past. Now this is the Panther. This is different from the other CSLs for a big reason. The gold is only in the accents. So you can see the rammer cap, the opposite half of the pops, the feed net collar, trigger, torpedo, and LPR, as well as the barrel and the clamp, and last but not least, the pin on the bolt. Those are the only parts that are gold. Everything else is pretty much jet black. This is the shaft 4 that comes with your CSL. With the signature carbon fiber tip with gold weave throughout and gold threads. Now this comes exclusively with the CSL, but it is compatible with any other shaft 4 on the market. The threads are still reversed, and you do get 3 separate bore sizers and 2 carbon fiber tips. 14 and 16 inch, as well as the bore sizers are 681, 685, and 689. This is a great barrel. Here we've gotten up close and personal with the CSL. You can see that it does still come with the SL3 inline regulator that came with the Ego 11, as well as the 45-degree angle on the collar with the macro line that goes directly into the front of the pops. These are great additions on the Ego 11. Now the pops is slightly different. You can see the button actually inverts rather than extroverting. This gives you a little more surface area for your finger when you press it to make it easier to push in. That's just a nice update to it. Now if you want to get into the reg itself, we're not going to in this video just because we explain about it in our Ego 11 video. Those parts haven't changed as drastically as the rest of the marker itself. You can see that every part is actually bespoke. It's custom tailored to the CSL. This isn't an Ego 11 with different colors. The milling is completely different. The anodizing is completely different. Everything is custom tailored to the CSL. It is not an Ego 11 with different colors. Just another point on that, the CSL does come with the scythe trigger, which is different from the classic S-shaped trigger that has come with the Ego since the beginning. This is just another great addition that Planet Eclipse has provided. Now, almost all of the screws on this marker are gold. Eclipse did that to keep the colors of the marker consistent. There's a few that they made that aren't gold and are in fact silver, just for they are the most used screws on the marker. You have the front of the LPR, the grip frame screw, and then the velocity screw on the bottom of the reg. This just makes it so there's no anno wear on these parts that are going to be used quite often. Now, one of the biggest changes in the CSL with any Ego ever made before it, including the Ego 11, is there is no grip screw right here. There's only one in the back of the marker, and this is part of Planet Eclipse's new screwless grip frame design. What makes this so special is rather than turning it counterclockwise, you actually turn this screw clockwise, and as you can see, it starts to actually push the grip frame off of the marker body. This is really, really cool and makes it one seamless, easy step. Eventually, it's going to come completely loose, and then what you're going to do is pull down and slide out, and you can see the lip at the front of the grip frame right there, which is actually what holds it tight with that one screw there. It's a really, really cool, easy design. Now, if I wanted to remove this completely, I'd have to go on the inside of the grip and unhook the solenoid in the eyes. We're not going to do this in this video because if you really need to know how to take a look on the inside, just check out our Ego 11 video. We've taken off the grip frame and the grips to show you the inside and exactly how to install your ePortal adapter and use your ePortal. Now, to give you a frame of reference, this is where your solenoid hooks in and this is where the eyes hook in. Your ePortal actually plugs in right here. This little adapter right here is the ePortal itself. This is where the cable connects into, and on this side that is where it connects into the marker itself. So I'm going to go ahead and just plug it in. Now this is going to be a little tough to see, and I'm sorry for that. It's just small parts and big hands. Going to just push the adapter into its correct spot, and it's going to sit exactly like that inside of the grip frame. Next, you're going to take your cable that's provided with your CSL. The mini USB end, is going to fit like so right into the adapter, and then the bigger USB-N is going to go directly into your personal computer in the USB port. This is how you connect your marker to your computer. Now, of course, you're going to need to use the ePortal software to install and use your ePortal. Now, the Planet Eclipse Ego 11 came with the revolutionary adjustable solenoid. The CSL comes with the same exact solenoid, but what it comes with differently is a nice adjustment tool to really fine-tune your solenoid without possibly ruining the parts. You would want to use the flat head side right here as opposed to the Phillips head side on the other side. Now, as you can see, there are 10 adjustments on either, and the back controls the backward motion of the rammer and the front controls the forward motion of the rammer. If you want more information on the solenoid, we go farther in depth on our Ego 11 video. The CSL also comes with the Cure 4 bolt system. Now, the first run of CSLs only came with the Cure 3 Plus, but if you register it through the mail with Planet Eclipse, you will get another bolt, the Cure 4, free of charge, and the Cure 3 Plus is yours to keep. Now, the Cure 4 features a new cushion bolt tip which serves the dual purpose of reducing clipping of the second ball in the stack and reducing the impact shock of the bolt face on the ball being fired. The Cure 4 also benefits from internal 3D machined porting via the ramped bolt insert. Now, we've turned off the lights for this. This is yet another cool feature that the CSL has over the Ego 11. As with the SL series before the CSL, the marker actually comes with a colored eye system. In this case, it's red. So when you turn on the marker, you can see the nice bright red coloring of the light of the eyes emanating it. You can see that if they're dirty, there's going to be some shadowing, or if they're on or off, you're going to be able to tell just by looking down your feed neck. There was one other thing about the CSL that I didn't touch on, and that's the fact that it does come with the Zik 2 kit for its rammer. Now, Eclipse couldn't do anything else with the Zik 2 kit just because that rammer is so good already, and that's also another reason why this is the last Ego that has been made for the indefinite future. It could be another 2 years, 3 years, they may develop an entirely new marker, but this is the last rendition of the Ego for the indefinite future. Now, this is an awesome marker. Eclipse really paid attention to the details, and we of course went over it as well. It's completely bespoke. So everything is custom tailored to the CSL. This is not an Ego 11 that has been tacked on with some different colors. It's completely remilled. Every piece is 100% tailored to this brand new marker by Planet Eclipse. This is really great. There's a lot of cool features, notwithstanding the fact that it comes with the ePortal standard. The fact that you are going to be getting the Cure 4 bolt with it, the nice addition to the pops where the button is really much easier to use, and the fact that you're getting that really cool carbon fiber tip with the gold inlay on the inside of it. The CSL is a huge step up for previous SOs, and even the little things that came with it over the Ego 11, they're worth something. I mean, this is a great marker that is worth the price, and think about it. If you get this marker, you're going to be one of 500 people in the world to ever own one, 300 in the US. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and send us an email at videos@hustlepaintball.com. And don't forget to friend us on Facebook, read our blog, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's really important because we always got a lot of cool things on the way. Once again, you can always check out hustlepaintball.com for any paintball need that you have.
Smile!
Smile!